So thank you for giving me up that. And so I think to begin, I'd just like to ask you about your background and how you've sort of gotten into real estate development, because you're not like every other developer in town. So just to try and understand, how you've come to this.
Okay. First of all, thank you. Rather, honor is mine, I would say, because unfortunately, in real estate, documentation and study and research is your backbone of this industry. Maybe because of the nature and because of the situation around. Real estate is, I always say, real estate is considered as most non-professional professional industry. It's like they say about Jain is the most non-religious religion. So real estate, I always say, is most non-professional profession.
Okay.
And reason behind it is you take any other. I'm deliberately putting this because you will understand your subject is real estate is something which is directly related to people's lifestyle.
Yeah.
This one industry, this one profession is very unique for 2-3 things. Very, very unique. Means I keep on reading about other industries, other people, other products. It is important to understand your own business, where you stand.
Yeah.
So anything related to real estate industry is different on many fronts in compared to other industry. You take the product itself. Okay. This is the only product where client has to go to the product. Product don't come to you. You buy jet, Learjet, you buy Maybach, you buy diamond, you buy any bloody costliest thing. That thing comes to you. One.
Yeah.
Here you have to go to that. You have to go to that. So that is something very different. Another aspect is right from gold or car or jet or diamond or ring or anything. You use it for yourself. Okay. Here, that product use you. You live in that product. The product you can't flash like Rado or diamond or a Parker pen or a Montblanc or something like that, or a goggle or something. Here, you have to, if somebody wants to have a look, what kind of home you have got. They have to come to your home. You can't take them to home and show that this is my position.
You can't carry it with you.
So actually, you are not possessing that product. The product is possessing it. This is very different aspect. And then the multitude of it. See, when you start looking for buying a car, which is the dream of most Indian men, that car has to have. So there is a choice from 3 lakh, 4 lakh item to Maruti, Maruti, and you go on. And top end is like Mercedes, BMW, that kind of thing. Okay. So here that option is not. Even a 1-bedroom flat in Pune, you have to sell out 35 lakhs, 40 lakhs, which is the basic price of any Mercedes of here. And here it is basic prices of home. So entry level itself is so high,
Very high.
that 90% of the people buy home once in their life. That is major backbone of this industry actually.
Right.
It is not that every day you keep after 3 years you change and all those things. Third thing is that you can create everything but not land. Even water you can create. Water you can sea water you can convert into resalinate and all those things. Here you can get everything.
But not land.
But not land. Land is restricted. So and then again, right land. I always use. There is nothing like wrong and right, good or bad in real estate. It is always wrong and right. See, how can a home be bad for anybody? There is nothing like bad home. It's the wrong home. Wrong choice. Whatever. So, though the land is restricted and you can't regenerate land. But what's the use of that land if it is in Ladakh or desert of Jaisalmer or deep forest of Kana, and that land is useless for me, for my living purpose. So it's not about just having land, it's about having some particular land. Tell me one product which is so multidimensional and with so much constraints which comes to you. And that's why in real estate, more than technical compatibility, all these factors plays major. Again, this is the only product where the chief promoter or founder of that company need not have to have any knowledge about that industry. Any knowledge. All he must be able to have is enough money to buy right land. And then things happen. Because you can hire an engineer, you can hire a contractor, you can hire an architect, you can hire sales team.
Right.
And you don't have to show your product in any shop. You don't have to get a dealer network and that kind of thing. People themselves are coming to come to you. So you need not have to be expert in marketing skill. All you have to need is identify right land. And that's it. So this is the reason. Tell me one industry where the basic person doesn't know ABCD about that. What I'm saying ABCD of the product, because though engineers are required, though marketing people are required, though CAs are required like any other industry, though financing people are required, nothing is that important which can change the scenario of this particular industry. This doesn't mean I myself am an engineer, I don't discount. I respect my education, I respect my profession equally. But tell me, I am a layman, and if I start to decide even to produce a battery or a glass or a simple some metallic fabrication for particular thing, I have to know some technicality of that particular thing. Here 90% of the builder, it's okay if they don't know concrete, if they don't know planning, if they don't know what is carpet area, what is saleable area, how AutoCAD drawings are generated, what is structural thing, nothing.
They don't need
it. So this is the reason where the role of technical people in the real estate industry has got a different value, I will say. Because this was okay till last few decades, 2 decades. This was okay.
And now it's changing.
Now it's slowly changing. Here is where major other factors started coming into picture. Though the basic remains same, though you can't create land and all those things, those are not going to change. They will be always there. But the only issue is that your approach to the product. One. Another aspect is that they say, the famous saying about energy can neither be created nor be destroyed. This was there is one very important aspect which Albert Einstein didn't do there. You can waste the energy. He missed that factor. I always say he missed that factor. You can't create, you can't destroy, but you can waste it. This is where real estate again has the land. You can't create land, right? But you can increase potential of the land. Here is where the game changing has started in real estate. Because till last 1.5 decade, 15 years, 20 years, I won't say Modi government specifically, but whoever will be ruling India, fortunately from 14 last 12 years, Modi government is, BJP is ruling. Nothing keeping political, because a businessman can't afford to be a political thing. It's because whoever is ruling, you have to go with that. But imagine for last 60 years, before last decade, 1-2 decades, India was always considered as a rural country, agricultural based country. Our entire government's policy revolved around agriculture, farming, rural and all those things. Because Congress mass base was that. Why I am saying this particular aspect is because you said it is sociological also.
It is.
And somewhere it will come on that platform. Both things will come on that platform.
Yeah.
So what happens from 47? Before 47, as I say, barring there may be British, there may be Maratha government, there may be Mughal and all those things.
Yeah.
But all their policies were revolving, and later on Congress continued for 60-65 years.
Right.
All their policies were used to revolve around villages, farming and all those things. But silently we were forgetting the scenario is changing. Why agriculture was prominent? Because that was supposed to be the income era, income segment on which most of the Indians depend on that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Slowly, after 70s and 80s, once the industrialization started, computerization started, more and more people getting exposed to the developed world also. See, I also come from a smaller town where I have never seen a Nike shoe in my life. I saw Nike shoe first when I come for engineering in Pune. Okay. Today that scenario is not there. Even a person living in the remotest part of the village of the forest, I go to many forests. Those boys know Roberto Cavalli also. Because internet and all those things made them accessible to that. People started traveling. Early, when first I went to USA in 94-95, it took me 52 hours because nobody knew the itinerary, how to go and where to go and all those things. So I have to go on the east coast, and it took me through Europe and all those things. It took me 52 hours to reach to San Francisco from India. Now in 14 hours you can reach over. That day, those were my batchmates who were in USA. They used to come to India once in 2 years or 3 years. Now they come more often. So that people are getting exposure to all these things. And people aspire good life. So this has started reflecting in real estate. Obviously, people started migrating for better lifestyle, for better facilities, for better exposure to the better life and opportunities. People started, see, till 70, 80, people used to migrate only if they get a government job and a government transfer. Till 80s, nobody thought, I am not getting good lifestyle in a town or a village. That's why I should go to some other place. But now it is not a change. Obviously, here again there is a defeat of our government, that our government failed to understand this drift of people from one place to a particular place. See, in animals also migration was there for season. Ages and migration is a normal thing. Mass migration is a normal thing for nature. Before human being, animals, birds, fish, they all migrate for survival. Okay, to face the season, for breeding, for better food, and they used to travel thousands of miles. But that was a fixed cycle. Okay, so every year they will go at some place, they will again come back to some place, they will stop in between somewhere. This was not going to impact a particular place because of their migration. Here thing is different. Here, because that migration, I am deliberately explaining this because this is a very niche aspect of real estate, which unfortunately neither real estate nor our urban planners have studied. Only sociology can study instead. See, because the birds, flocks like ducks, goose, even for turtles and all those things, big fishes, gazelles, and in Africa, Tanzania, the great migrations happen. Because it is born by nature, nature always used to see that when it is migrating a particular thousands of millions of species from one place to another for how much so ever limited time span, it won't burden that area because of these people. It is spread on a time, it is spread on a region, it is spread on a habitat. And nature also saw this, they returned back to their base. They were never permanently supposed to stay there, otherwise the entire balance will go down.
Only transitionary.
This we fail to understand. See, I am from a rural place of Vidarbha. I came to Pune for survival or for better life, but I never go back. So balance is till this number was less, it was okay. But now millions are coming from one place to a particular place, and they are not going back. So that place balance is also going off track. This place
Balance is also good.
this is something which nobody anticipated. Nobody anticipated. All were interested in only one thing, that to make profit out of this. How I get now if consider the most what you can say concentric island of migration which you have taken for your studies, like PCMC and all those. 30 years back, not even 30, 20 years back, people didn't know this area exists. Okay, and suddenly in 20 years, Wakad and Hinjewadi is on the top of Google search lists. How this is possible in such a short time span? So this is where I will say people think this is a success. I say it's the biggest failure of urban planning. Because one, you couldn't anticipate this is happening in so fast time. Two, once you anticipated, you didn't do anything for it. Neither to stop it, nor to get it proper control. See, if a Hinjewadi can be successful in a no entity area like PCMC and on the it's not either in PCMC neither non PCMC.
It's
on the border of PCMC and PMC, why you stop creating only one Hinjewadi and why you couldn't created 4 Hinjewadi's? Why you couldn't anticipated it 15 years back, and why you couldn't start planning such on all 4 corners of Pune? What is difference? See, Hinjewadi IT park was the need of the time, because as I say, post 2000, 22 decades back, 2.5 decades back, computerization started. People started working, so people required. See, unlike real estate industry, IT industry is a highly technical niche. Okay, may be a data entry operator, but the guy should be or the lady should be well versed in English. She can't be expected knowing nothing about the technology you are using. There has to be some basic knowledge of some particular field, and any knowledge gets you cultural. The best part of knowledge is the culture it got somehow. But see, I always respect knowledge because knowledge makes you cultural. What is the difference between humans and all other species? This is here where your first question came to. I was fortunate to have both sides of education. Engineering, obviously, it's a science, but environment, which was my special subject, and I further studied into that, and then later on my wildlife, I got to study other species also. So this comparison made me think on these lines, and I think that will help you. That why suddenly, see, Pune was again compared to any other cities in North India. I am not saying in Maharashtra. I am saying North India, entire North or Central India. Why Pune was always preferred for residing and general before Hinjewadi? Because education. Why? What is this difference between even Gaya and Bihar, Patna? They have got Buddhi Gaya was one of the rather Nalanda was one of the basic Harvard or Cambridge of that time. What happened then? It's because they fluctuated from knowledge to other aspects of lifestyle, while Pune remained focused on knowledge, and knowledge makes you more human. Obviously, you feel comfortable in such type of environment. Here is where Pune scored all over, and this is the main reason why computer industry started flourishing around Pune. And then it's about connectivity aspect. Because see, all this particular aspect I have shared in my marketing meeting also. If you study environment is not science. Environment is lifestyle. Okay, no more environment is science. When I did environment engineering, that was different time.
Yeah.
It was at that time it was water, air, and all those things, drainage and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Now environment is about lifestyle of people.
Yeah.
Because it directly impacts people's lifestyle.
Yeah.
What kind of life I am living decides what kind of environment I will be living behind. Okay. So what happened on this front is, once the people started living educated, knowledge sort of life, it reflected on their lifestyle also. Okay. And going by that law, studying lifestyle, every city in the world has always, like Pune, always flourished towards Bombay.
Okay.
Because Bombay is bigger than it.
Okay.
If you study Nagar, Ahmednagar has got 4 sides. On one side there is Pune, another side there is Aurangabad. On one side there is Kopargaon, another side there is Solapur. Okay. But if you cross Nagar, Nagar is always developed on Aurangabad Pune track, not on north side, east west. On east, Aurangabad is there. On his west, Pune is there. Go to Nagar. Okay, forget Nagar. Satara. Satara has been developed so much on Pune side. If you cross Satara, it ends abruptly. Same is Kolhapur. You enter Kolhapur, right? Obviously, you are coming from Pune, so you start feeling Kolhapur at least 15 kilometers ahead. But you cross Kolhapur, and on that side it ends like finish. Why? Because always smaller city grows on bigger cities. There is a connection of trade, there is a communication, transportation. More and more people are depending on that bigger city. Same thing happened. And fortunately, Hinjewadi was on that side of it. So and again in Pune, though, because computer industry is directly related with the world, it is connected with the world. They needed physical contact with world also, which was available with Bombay Airport. So they has to have on touch. So this is how Hinjewadi started flourishing. But again, as I said, this is failure because this could have been done from all other sides. See, you could have identified why Hinjewadi is developing so fast and so much in demand. You could have started building parallel airport 10 years back. Who has stopped? Nobody. You could have started building this kind of infrastructure. Today, after 20 years, when the entire thing is in chaos, you started ring road. This should have been done 25 years back. This is where our real estate fails our social life. This is where exactly Western world scores over us. Because if you know the history of San Francisco and California and Florida, they built road network when entire California was a desert. Because they knew that unless and until there is physical communication, growth won't happen. And the day growth happens, after that if you start doing physical network, it is impossible. You are not going to build the ends. So this is the lack now. So your first question, how I enter into this is like I said, I did my engineering, I did my specialization in environments. I was connected, but then there was I came into real estate accident. It was in my father-in-law's business. I joined him and I continued with him. But that time, if my technical competence or education background was a hurdle, because it was not needed. Now
But why would you say it was a hurdle?
Because that time real estate was a gamble.
Okay.
And a logical and technical person always is afraid of gambling.
Why do you say it was a gamble?
Because at that time, as I explained to you, all you have to get to required is buy a land and retain it. What technical competence you need for that?
But why was it a gamble?
Because you don't know where there was no this type of statistics, there was no study. All is that somebody is building some building, adjoining to buy it. Somebody is selling at this rate, so you think you also will be selling at this rate. It's like BMW is selling their car 50 lakhs per rupees, so I also produce a car and I think I will also get 50 lakh rupees.
Do you think pricing in real estate now is more scientifically?
Pricing in index is not the pricing in real estate is not scientifically driven right now also. But buying in real estate is more logical. The client now thinks about it. The client has got options. Earlier there were no options. And this is the reason I was thinking at such times, see like that, if I am a technical person which thinks before doing anything about the logics and why and option. See, somebody is buying 1 acre land in Hinjewadi, okay, and I am also buying, okay. All that somebody will think, here so many IT parks are coming and all those things, I should buy land here. Though there is no road, though there is no infrastructure, neither physical nor social, there is not a single shop around that land, okay, and still that guy is buying, okay. What I will see, I will say, agreed there is a thing, but why a person will live there? A person will go there and work there. That is fine. He can go there by bus, like MIDC was there earlier, Telco was there, Bajaj was there, but nobody used to live around Telco and Bajaj. They used to live in Pune and their buses used to take them, go back, right? So what I will see is why somebody will come and live in a place where there is no road, no drainage, no water, nothing, how a person can live? I won't go. But this guy did. This is a gamble. And our entire real estate aspect about policies and infrastructure has indirectly given boost to the gambling about real estate.
Okay. Why is that?
Because still, what people did, once people started living there, whether it is legal or illegal, government started building road over there. Government started building water plant, treatment plant there. Government started making reservations over there, and automatically the land prices started going away. Government didn't discourage more IT companies who are coming from there, because there is no infrastructure. Rather, government still welcomed them. Rather, government declared Hinjewadi as the MIDC and the IT hub and all those things, without giving any facility, this kind of. So people, obviously, government didn't build another airport.
So they are encouraging speculation.
So they are indirectly encouraging this gambling. I don't say they are doing it deliberately, but they fail to understand what their policies are doing to this industry.
Okay.
Which is this. And now, this is where the last 15 years played a major thing, when they realize that now land is limited. And if they want to reduce home prices, only thing they can do is increase the potential of that. So till yesterday, where you could build only some 30 homes on a 10,000 square feet plot, now we can build 80 homes. So land is same, your potential has increased, and obviously this has generated more supply in the existing land bank, which was never happened earlier.
Just because of the UDC.
This is because of the UDPCR and all these policies of FSI, TDR, paid FSI, premium, entire metro, POD and all those things. So these all are bitcoins. Actually, these are bitcoins. You decide how much to build over there. It is who is going to stop you? It's the government policy. But what this has made is taking the entire region which you are talking about to its saturation. Okay. And I think saturation on what? See, ultimately, how many people will come to Hinjewadi area? Then only the people, number of related to jobs that area can generate. Okay. If I am getting a job in Khadi, will I come and stay in Hinjewadi? I won't. Real estate is a local industry. See, otherwise, barring COVID and work from home thing, a guy sitting in Indore, can you imagine working in Nagpur or Pune? It's impossible. So obviously I will be looking for my home in Indore. So you should have allowed to build homes only to the in respect of number of jobs you have or proposed jobs, and then open that area accordingly. Then it would have been controlled development or controlled growth. It didn't happen.
Sorry, I have two questions based on what you're saying. One is in terms of that real estate is a local industry.
Pretty much.
So just to try and understand that a little bit more in the context of, when you were trying to develop greenfield sites like Hinjewadi. Like you said, there's nothing there, not a shop around. What, especially in that sort of agrarian zone where people are not necessarily exposed to real estate speculation at the time, but then with time they become aware and savvy. They themselves become aggregators of land. So what are the types of challenges in mounting a project in places like that?
See, basically, as I said, why gambling? Because people were launching projects just because some project gets sold.
Okay.
Then nobody has calculated that whether really this IT park. Imagine, had Y2K not been there, had the policies like Trump are doing today, they have changed, and suddenly the IT boom, IT bubble would have burst. Who would have come there and stayed in those zones? Have anybody thought about it? Or has anybody deliberately studied it and then planned about it? Nothing. So it is just a gamble. It worked. That kind of thing. And today this is exactly where the threat looms over real estate industry around Hinjewadi and this. Tomorrow, if they don't provide good water supply, the air keeps on getting polluted, the roads gets congested, the social infrastructure like schools, theaters. See, yet we are that entire zone which you are studying. It's an infant if you consider as a city or a town. It's Jumma 30 years age, which is nothing. Means a country like America itself is 300 years old, which is a new country compared to us. Here we are talking about a region which is getting developed, which was agricultural land 30 years back. Okay, so the test is yet to come. And another aspect is that IT industry is not depending on some ore where this ore is available and all those things. IT industry is depending upon brain and people. If they get another location, the entire people will move from there, and then what will happen to this development? Nobody has thought about it. And this is bound to happen if you don't give them proper lifestyle and all those things. This is where the crux is important. Like today, everybody wants to come to Hinjewadi and Wakad because job is there. Okay? That is first, right? Imagine if there is no job, or I want a better job. Like 30 years back, in 90s, Aurangabad was developing equally rapidly with major liquor plants like major beer plants are there in Aurangabad. Medicine industry is there. Means like Mokad, Cipla, all big names are there. Then auto industry started because auto industry obviously is a major production industry, and before IT or service industry comes into the picture, it was the only industry which used to give jobs to thousands at a time. Okay, so when Skoda and Bajaj started in Aurangabad, people thought Aurangabad will overcome Pune or will be a parallel option to the Pune. Two things happened. Cultural growth was not there. See, all again coming back to our basic question of sociology and impact. Once a man earns enough money or secures his day-to-day needs, his next need is cultural. He wants entertainment, he wants good lifestyle. See, what's use of a money if you can't spend it? Okay, those avenues are not there. So Aurangabad stop. Today's scenario is that few of my friends who are at top position in automobile industry, who has a unit in Talegaon, Davade, near Pune and near Aurangabad also, they said a boy, young fresher boy engineer, if he is applied for job with our company, if we offer him 1 lakh rupees salary, he don't go to Aurangabad. In 50,000 he is ready to work in Pune. This is the question, or this is the crux of your entire study, I will say. So career is not only about the salary you are getting. Career is about the lifestyle you are going to get. With that salary. So this today, fortunately, there is no parallel option to Hinjewadi. People are ready. Tomorrow, if New Bombay opens up with something like this, with a New Bombay airport coming over there, and a huge land available for their development, and if you build 10, 12 high streets around that development, gone. This will be dead town. So this nobody has studied, and this is too early. People think nothing is going to happen, but things change very fast on these lines.
So what do you think is, I mean, just speaking on the cultural aspects of, developing the cultural aspects of a place like Hinjewadi, the place continues to have, I mean, of course, it's not a phenomenon which is common to Maharashtra, but, we often say like mantris and things like that. So you have a lot of people who are, say, landowners in the village who then, when it starts urbanizing, become sort of powerful players, etc. And just the general presence of a rural lifestyle still is very prominent.
Yes, you can see that. Yes, because land holding is with them.
Correct.
But they don't have vision.
Correct.
Again, another problem with our planners is our laws don't allow government to intercept, or laws does allow, nobody wants to execute them. Our laws don't allow or is not willing to take the control of entire planning. See, today, 100-foot road is there. Okay, that 100-foot road, wherever I want, I can start anything. I can open a pub, I can open an IT park, I can plan a housing development, I can plan a school. There is no control. No other country which is developed, this is allowed. There are specific uses which are hardcore way followed. Here it is, in planning itself it is not. Okay, they have done Hinjewadi IT Park as a MIDC, but that too, then how somebody can build an IT park along Pune Road? It should not be there. If you want to make an IT park, go to Hinjewadi. If you want to make a school, go to this place. If you want to start a pub, you can do it only this area. So this is not there. That's why you are giving power to individual players, and that's why landlords are boss. If somebody don't want to sell his land, neither develop his land, you can't do anything about it. In counties of UK and France and US, if a area is designated for residential development and the guy don't build a home on it, he charged 10 times taxes.
Correct.
Here it's reverse. Empty land has got zero taxes. But at the same time, you are stopping the growth of entire thing, or you are taking a ransom to the entire growth. Because my IT park is there, it needs homes, it needs this infrastructure, and all government says, no, it's a private land, what we can do? Because you can't do, because you haven't anticipated it. You have given control to them. Tomorrow, if you want to make an expressway or a samruddhi, how you did it? You acquired the land forcefully or whatever it may be, by paying them. Why you can't do all these things over here? But as I say, they don't want to.
So just on that, I mean, in academics, especially in planning, we use a concept called a real estate state to basically describe how the local state is so implicated in real estate profit making or development that their entire focus is only on trying to
get as much. See, it's like a squeezing the cow. The term is squeezing the cow. You have what 10 muntas. Now your only focus is how much money I could make out of that 10 muntas. I am least bothered about what impact it will put on the surrounding because of my development. And government allows it. The basic problem is that, like, because metro should come into the profit, what you did? You increased density of population around metro. You are given them 5 FSI, 4 FSI, but whether that region is sustainable to that kind of growth, you are not bothered about. So government itself again time and again is getting figured. See, instead of making a parallel Hinjewadi or a parallel MIDC or a parallel Wakad or a parallel PCMC, PMC, what they have done is they have tried to make PMC, PCMC richer by increasing their potential. But what happens to the entire region because of this kind of thing? Air quality, water demand, the road congestion. Why somebody is required to come only Hinjewadi for job? Is my question. Why that IT guy has got only 2 destinations if you want to get Pune, that Kharadi or Hinjewadi? Why there are not 10 satellite Hinjewadi's? Because they didn't try it. And now once Hinjewadi is there, you are taking Hinjewadi as a milking cow and you are ruining entire development around it. This is the problem. And if somebody, so I think this is a classic case. It's too early to comment on this, and no developer or no government will like this type of comment. I will like to see what kind of lifestyle we will be giving them. Still, we have got time in hand. Still, entire things is not ruined. But today, I remember very clearly 30 years back when I came to Pune from Amravati. In summers, Amravati used to go 40 degrees, but Pune was 30 degrees most.
This was the hottest.
I wrote to my mom that this city don't have got summer. Because it was May and I came from Amravati and it was pleasant. Look what has happened now. So this is failure. This could have been stopped. Agreed, urbanization is bound to be there and all those things are bound to be there. But we can control it in the right way. That right way was always missing. And still we are not learning. That's the, see, already we are ruined many regions or many centers. And as I said in the first part of our discussion, the ruining is not only of this region. The ruining is from where people are migrating. I go to remotest places because of my profession and liking at, as I say, wildlife kind of thing. Towns and villages are getting empty because people are migrating from there, and the people over there are unable to sustain themselves because nobody is there. So this is an imbalance growth which is happening all over the regions, not only one state or one. I think one such study of, if we can take right measures, I won't say that nobody will migrate, but at least there should be the reasons to go back to your town. Now people are migrating along with their mothers and parents and all those things. एक भाई आया तो 4 भाई आता है अभी. Correct. तो मतलब instead this guy helping those 3 to prosper over there, they are also coming over here. So this is something is going to see. We are seeing degradation of this place. Okay, like you are born and brought up in Pune. I have been now 30 years over here. I have seen temperature is just one parameter, but traffic congestion, road rage. See, entire that frustration has been now displaying. From smallest of the point, people tend to suicide. Which is again see, if you Google, maximum suicides are from Wakad and Hinjewadi area. Take this aspect also. I will challenge you. I didn't know about that. Because I handle police committee at Kridai. Number of suicides are most in around IT areas because frustration. All see where first concentration of population. Second, not getting satisfied lifestyle. I'm not saying about money. I'm saying satisfied lifestyle. And third, outcome is this: crime, frustration, and self-destruction. One more aspect is addiction of wrong things. See, tell me, a girl or a boy having healthy lifestyle in a rural part, coming over here for job, within 1 or 2 years of job, how you get addicted to drink and smoking, which you could not imagine in your hometown. Why you first get into how you go on this track? Why you can't make other people follow your healthy lifestyle than you surrendering to them? This is outcome of not having right lifestyle. And right lifestyle is not my alone capacity.
Yeah.
It is my surrounding also.
Yeah.
This is where sociology comes into very important aspect.
Yeah.
See, I spend 10 hours in office slogging out, keeping afloat within my career. I come out of my company, I don't have got a decent transportation mean to way home back. I have to travel from my own vehicle or wait for hours and hours for public transport. Okay, then if I get a public transport, it is overcrowded. Again, I feel groggy and all kind of people I have to face. Then services to my residences, like
People. Yeah. So one of the things that you can see in developing these types of areas is that maybe it's a way of controlling the cultural parts of things. Is that there are a lot of township projects, so which in a way, if you see it, you don't have to. It's like an island being created.
Correct.
Right? You go to the office, you come back into an island, you never have to leave this island.
Correct.
So, I mean, just I wanted to understand about the scale of a township. It's a completely different type of project.
There are two things in this. See, first, in our country, once UNC law is abolished, land holding is in private hand. So it depends upon that person what kind of township he is going to do. You can't control that. One thing. Another aspect is that, as I said, even if you consider as an island, okay, but to reaching to that island and giving services to that island remains into government.
Yeah.
It's like island is private.
Yeah.
But survival of that island depends upon somebody else's.
Yeah.
That's the basic problem.
Yeah.
See, today also if you build a township or a single building, here government lays 100 conditions on you. That water supply will be your responsibility, drainage will be your responsibility, road access will be your responsibility, electricity will be your responsibility. How that person will do that? That is not in control. So then he says whatever best possible money, I will do it. So it's like a pahle anda pahle murgi, that type of thing. So obviously government should take lead in this because government has powers and government has means to do that.
Yeah.
If you can do a Samruddhi Mahamarga, why you can't do basic things like they are in where it is right now needed most?
Yeah.
Another aspect is that there are no control in policy. Like you say, it helped me. I don't build some buildings because I am unable to plan it in an environment friendly or nature friendly way. This is because my conscious decision, right? Other person may not be doing it. Today also our tree policy is such that if I cut one tree, I have to plant 3 trees.
Yeah.
If I am unable to plant those 3 trees, I have to pay 30,000 rupees deposit per tree. People are happily paying that deposit.
Yeah.
Because one tree takes place of one car park.
Yeah.
I can sell one car park at 4 lakh rupees.
Yeah.
Why I should plant 30,000? I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Instead, then another thing is that there are weird rules like if the number of trees which you want to plant, if you want to plant a tree, depending upon girth of that tree, means thickness of that tree.
Yeah.
That is again foolishness. My plot is 10,000 square feet. Okay, and if in my plot there is a big banyan tree which has to be cut, fine. Somewhere you have to balance. Okay, but if that banyan tree is 2.5 feet wide, how I am going to plant 10 trees in my plot where there is no space? I will make rules which are doable.
Yeah.
Make rules which are doable.
Yeah.
Rather and once you make that, see that they are getting followed. Again, another aspect is that I plant the trees, I get NOCs from the authority and I leave. And later on society cut the tree or the tree dies. Who is responsible for it? So, speaking about one simple aspect of greening, there is so much ambiguity or mess.
Yeah.
Imagine what is happening about water and all those things.
Yeah.
So that is one more aspect. There is no urban development department makes rules, okay, and local bodies implements those rules. This itself is a joke.
Yeah.
There has to be a common body which makes the rule and implements it also and see that it gets followed. That itself is missing. We all speak about environment, wildlife, habitat, and all those things. But tell me one post. There is an environment officer.
Yeah.
Fine. What is his role?
Yeah.
His role is follow the rules. What has been laid.
Yeah.
But who is the environment officer? What environment officer was doing when development plan was made?
Yeah.
When DC rules are made? Who is?
Yeah.
Rather, I will say at every town level and every district level, like there is a police, SP, collector, all those things. There has to be a district environment officer, and he has to be supreme over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who has stopped you doing this thing?
Yeah.
But people don't want it because they know if the day they will do it,
Yeah.
the personalized profit making will be gone, or there will be one more obstruction.
Correct. Yeah.
So, coming to only last part of it, what I have decided, fine, I can't change the system, but I can try to build best possible way, keeping in mind environment, keeping in mind habitat, keeping in mind nature, to my buildings. Someday or other, people will realize the importance of it. So they are already started. And then another aspect is that in whichever way I can contribute to wildlife, I can contribute to nature. And then you blame to entire system कि हम क्या कर सकते हैं?
Do you think that your positioning as a sort of green developer, do you think that sets you apart, or do you think that's something that customers who come to you?
They may not pay me more right now, okay, but somewhere they are started realizing it. And actually again I come to awareness. Many a times we are conveniently ignored. Ignorance is sometimes it comes to naturally. Sometimes you conveniently become ignorant. कि मुझे चाहिए था बानेर में फ्लैट और बानेर में ऑप्शन ही नहीं थे. So I bought in Baner and they are all not environment friendly. And Mr. Sanjay Deshpande is building in SUS. So I appreciate his efforts, but how I can go and live in SUS? Why? If Sanjay Deshpande, I'm just saying my name. Today, if I want to see a movie, okay, and City Bike Kothur is full, don't you go to West End, correct, and watch that movie, correct? Yeah. Why don't you do that? Because if it is somewhere planning, hampering entire future of your next generation, all you have to do is travel 1.5 kilometers more, right? But even if I see, it's only because you are academician and using it for academics, I give this analogy. Otherwise, people will laugh कि आप खुद कुछ भी बात करता है. But unless and until it don't come to that level, see, without sacrifice, you expect entire sacrifice to be done by somebody else, and still my future should be secure. It's not going to happen. Not in environment.
So I just wanted to talk about this, like you were saying about the townships and the sustainability aspects of it. Just the scale of some of these projects. Do you think that the approvals to build townships in areas like this, do you think it somehow worsens things over there, because
they have entered into such a maze from where they can't go backward. Only thing they can go is forward. Okay, means you have created a workplace. Okay, and now that is generating a lot of revenue for you. So you can't cut it down. Okay. Now it's like a coal engine. It is on. It will need fuel. Okay, and if it will need fuel, you have to get more coal, and for that you need storage space. That's the answer. Now only thing is that's what I'm saying. Till it is not that late, but understand what is wrong. They are not accepting. See, today also I keep on reading news to ease out the traffic, 2 more underground tunnels should be built under Pune city. It is not good. 10 years back, they will be also clocked. Problem is not about the solution. Problem is not understanding the problem.
But to that, I'm going to ask you a question. You can, of course, choose to answer it or not. But I just wanted to try and understand your perspective on several of these problems, especially when the solution is let's say build another road, let's widen the road, or whatever it is. do you think the solution itself, like you say, okay, they've not understood the problem, but do you think it is a bona fide or is it a malified, intention that they're...
No. They are ignored. They are born ignored. Man, nobody has understood urban planning at large. That's the basic problem. We are still thinking about urban planning. There are whatever I have learned, I have also gathered it. Aluminum windows and grills and concealed plumbing and electrification and high-end switches and aluminum glasses and 4x4 tiles and all those things. If I build a building with MS windows, with that Bajri glass type thing, mosaic tiles, simple flush doors, will somebody buy with me? Why? He can change anything with him. I am giving an option कि बॉस इसकी वजह से मेरा फ्लैट 500 रुपए सस्ता है. If you get it done all interior as per your thing, still you will earn 200 rupees more. Will that guy buy me? No, मम्मी पूछा लगा why I should do all those things over. He won't buy. Same thing will happen. Boss, ये मुझे चाहिए. I want cost admission. Maybe my rooms will be somewhat smaller, but I was greenery around me. Maybe I don't have got one car less, but my 2 cars should be comfortably fit. My kids should have got clean air to breathe. These things, then it's when we say environment friendly product. What is environment friendly product? How Jaguar tap or a Roma Inter switch can be environment friendly. What that means, that company does something for environment. In the back end. Toyota, their product itself pollutes environment. If any petrol car or diesel car, it pollutes environment. How Toyota can say that we are a green company? Because somewhere Toyota is handsomely compensates. Same way, if your builder is trying to save some tiger in Tadoba from your money, from where it is happening? From your... I am not sponsoring some derby. I am trying to save some tiger over there. And these are my efforts. And the customer should have guts to ask this. Boss, you बोलते हो ना कि I am nature lover. Should tell us what you are doing. And then I will buy flat. It will come. It will come.
So, but in terms of sort of the earning potential, as sort of this, they allow for the city to sort of expand outwards, eat into, say, forest lands, hills, etc. That earning potential sort of remains because, the lands are cheaper, etc. Do you think that sort of incentivizes, development in those parts? What does that...
This is again we come to the policy level. As I say, there are many avenues, many things can be done. See, by our constituency, nobody can take away my right of ownership from my belonging. And here is where the planning aspect comes into the picture, policy level, I would say. I have got a land. I should be entitled to utilize it at the fullest of its potential, right? And if you are depriving me from that, compensate me. So here nobody decides what should be the competition. This is where I am saying we have to change the dimensions towards our planning aspect. We are like going like this. Your land is under reservation of school. You are handing it over. We will give you 2 TDR. Why 2? Your land is school. By law, by greater good of society, it is make a school. Baat khatam. It is unfortunate that your land comes under school. This my statement may seem too radical, but all over the world this only happens. That's why those are developed countries, and that's why if you, one very important aspect in your study, get information about successful implementation of the development plan. in last 30 years, even 30% reservations have not been developed for the purpose they have been designed.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a defeat. It's a biggest defeat.
There are so many cases right now against PCMC because PMRD is auctioning
And nobody is taking that.
Yeah.
So this is a defeat.
Yeah.
Instead, why government have died? हम लोग करने वाले स्कूल ही बनाएंगे यार. बात खत्म.
Yeah.
No law can challenge us. You are, see, God can't make anybody happy, boss. You are talking about 150 millions happy. Billions. It's not going to happen. Somebody are bound to get work. Let it be.
So do you think that a lot of like your sentiment that you are expressing about a lot of these things, like for example, staying steadfast to whatever the reservation is in the plan, do you think that this is a wider sentiment shared amongst say CREDI?
It is because ultimately now everybody is realizing this is going to be enemy of the entire industry. See, a wrong development is not going to make the entire fraternity happy. Few, yes.
Yeah.
But if you want to make a larger, greater good, जिसको बोलते हैं हम लोग, you need this kind of policies. You need, otherwise you are taking entire city at stake. Tomorrow, if the city dies, in the meantime, like Bangalore, people are migrating from Bangalore. कि नहीं बस हो. Who will be at loss? We all will be at loss. And there has been examples.
Yeah, I know. I live in Bangalore.
Right.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I am thankful to you for such kind of things. I rarely have been spoken or shared, and because of your academics, I got the opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your time.
Yes.